Eileen Gu has become one of the most talked about stars this Winter Olympics, not just on the slopes, but for sparking debate over nationality and what it means to represent China. Olivia Xiong reports.
These Chinese fans were hoping to get a piece of the Winter Olympics sporting action, but with ticket sales to the public scrapped due to COVID-19 concerns, that has meant watching from the outside.
Now, I've been with this crowd for some time, and there's a real sense of excitement and a buzz in the air, even if they may be watching the competition from a distance outside the venue. And of course, there's lots of attention on Team China. After all, the country is fielding its largest ever Winter Olympics contingent with over 170 athletes.
Many in particular were hoping to catch a glimpse of arguably the most popular Chinese athlete this Winter Olympics.
为什么喜欢谷爱凌呢？
因为她跳得好。
人长得漂亮啊，这个阳光，充满朝气。
Freestyle skier Eileen Gu's popularity is hard to miss in China. She's the face of at least 20 Chinese and global brands. A local research firm estimates the 18-year-old raked in $31 million in endorsements alone last year, and that's before her 2 gold medals at the Winter Games. Sales of products that she endorses have also skyrocketed. Born and raised in the US, Eileen Gu announced she was switching nationalities to represent China in 2019. The country her mother hails from.
他们能比数比得比较精彩，我自己就很享受，无论国籍。
那是他个人的条件，但是拿了金牌不是属于中国的吗？
Gu is among some 30 foreign-born athletes representing China at the Winter Olympics, the result of an aggressive recruitment drive to make up for its shortfall in winter sports talent. More than half of China's men and women's ice hockey team, for instance, are born overseas.
其实公众的接受度比我预期的还要更高。我想这可能和过去40年中国整个社会处于一种高度开放或者是高度开放的过程是有关系的。
But the veteran sports commentator notes that public acceptance is still very much tied to performance. Gu, who has won multiple medals, stands in sharp contrast to US-born figure skater Beverly Zhu, or Zhu Yi as she's known now, after switching nationalities to represent China in 2018. The 19-year-old was flamed online after she fell multiple times on the ice and broke down after her routine. She's also been criticized for fumbling at the Chinese language.
我是自由式滑雪运动员谷爱凌。
Gu, on the other hand, has been praised for her fluent Beijing-accented Chinese and has amassed over 5 million followers on Chinese social media platform Weibo.
那么在中国文化里面，画是一个含义很深的字，它代表着你对周边很多东西的一种接受和你主动的融入，所以就说我会说归容易，也就是改变国籍容易，画很难。
Amid the fanfare, there are signs of that difficulty. Gu has attracted criticism as she has sidestepped questions on whether she has given up her American passport, raising questions in a country where dual citizenship is illegal. Now retired nationalistic Global Times editor Hu Xijin has called on Chinese not to go too far with the hype, also to avoid seeing Gu has brought glory to China as a country, but instead to Team China.
And I think he was potentially deflecting and proactively guarding against things that might happen further down the line if she, for example, decides to embrace her American side a little bit more than she's currently doing.
The San Francisco native has also attracted American critics, some accusing her of betraying the country to compete for China.
The only word we can arrive at is ungrateful.
Also, as the U.S. has led a diplomatic boycott of the Winter Games over alleged human rights abuses in Xinjiang.
We have had, some conservative pundits and politicians saying, how can she represent a country that abuses human rights like that? The criticism of China has definitely made that problematic for some people.
And as tensions between the two superpowers continue, the young Olympians' every move will continue to be under the magnifying glass. Olivia Xiong, CNA, Beijing.